Hi, welcome to Bella's Yoga Room. I'm Bella. Today we've got a no arms yoga practice. So that means we're getting into the legs. So we are going to start standing just in the middle of your mat. So we're going to start with the feet underneath those hips in a mountain pose. Now you can also do mountain pose with feet close together. So you can have a bit of a play there and see what you like, but I'm going to start with my feet under my hips. So in this pose, really want to think about having our feet pushing down evenly in the ground. So you might notice even just standing here that maybe you have a tendency to lean forward on the balls of your feet, or maybe rocking back, that weight in the heels. So just let's have a moment to even play with that. Play what it feels like to lean forward. And notice that what happens, as you maybe turn on that core, or what happens to your head. Obviously our head is so heavy that if our head leans forward, we're going to have to lean back to not fall over. So thinking here about a nice straight line from the bottom of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. So maybe that means tucking the chin just ever so slightly, thinking about those shoulders nice and rolled back, chest open, core engaged. Squeezing those thighs, so we're sort of lifting up those knees. And then feeling the weight sort of evenly pushing down. So we can feel the ground on the balls of our feet, our toes touching the ground, and also our heels. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels okay. And even noticing as you're standing, maybe are you rocking? Is there that movement? Hands can be by the sides of the body. They could also be in heart center in prayer pose. So just make any modifications you need here. So with our eyes closed, if that feels safe for you, just checking in how the body's feeling. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Feeling the whole body engaged here in our mountain pose. And then let's start to just have some gentle circles of the nose, warming up that neck. Noticing too, as you sort of create this movement in the head, what happens to your standing pose, the integrity of that. Let's go the other way. And coming back to center. Alrighty. We're going to go to the front of our mat now. So you might already be there. So we're just going to come again, sort of into that mountain pose. And here we're going to be stepping that left leg all the way back into a nice high lunge. So hands can be here on our hips. You can also lower that knee at any stage if this is a bit too intense. But we are working those legs today, so welcome. Welcome a little bit of heat. Again, that really nice 90-degree bend here in that front leg. That left heel is up, strong in those legs, and also strong in that core. We don't want to be leaning forward. We still want to be nice and straight in the spine. And then we're going to allow turn out, that left heel to come out, and that back of that outside of the left foot is parallel now to the end of the mat. Hips too, we're opening, turning out, now opening to the side. We don't want that knee to fall in. We want that knee still to come directly over that right ankle. Chest nice and proud here. Notice if you're collapsing again. We use our arms so much to obviously help us balance, help us move. So not having that is going to require more of that core awareness. So noticing too how this feels without the arms. Straightening out that right leg now. I'm going to step that back left foot in a little bit, now having a 45-degree angle on that left foot. Hips facing that right foot. And then you can bend this right knee as much as you need to. We're keeping a straight back. We're folding down to a pyramid pose. So again, bending that right knee as much as you need to and only coming down as far as you can without arching the back. Hands here could also be in heart center. And then using that core to come up. And we're going over to the left side. So left toes now pointing over to that left side and coming onto the ball of that right foot. And then coming into that high lunge. A low lunge is there as an option if you want to take a little bit of a break on those legs. But otherwise, tuck those toes under, coming into a high lunge here. Nice deep breaths. Again, thinking about that chest being open, not collapsing into that left leg. And then we're going to turn out that right back foot and then bending into that left leg, coming into our warrior two variation. So our hips now opening, facing over to that right side. Shoulders too. And again, hands could be here. Feeling that nice warmth and heat in that left leg. Let's straighten out that left leg now. Bring that right foot in a little bit and now at a 45-degree angle. Hips are going to be facing that left foot and slowly folding into that pyramid variation. Again, bending that left knee as much as you need to. Nice deep breaths here. Coming up, bringing the feet now. So we've got our heels are in, toes are facing out. Hands again, heart center, coming into our goddess pose. So we're going to be thinking about dropping our center of gravity, coming down into those thighs again. So also, again, we want our knees to be sort of tracking, following the direction of those toes. Keeping a nice straight line in that spine. Feeling that heat. Keep those deep breaths coming. Couple more. Can you drop any lower? And let's come up. Woo! Okay. Bring those toes in. So bring the heels now so they're parallel. Nice wide stance here. Hands on hips and hinging here at the hips into our wide-legged fold. Again, bending those knees as much as you need to. This is really strong for you. Really, the goal here, again, we want to have a nice straight spine. We don't want to jeopardize the alignment of our spine. Shake out the head, maybe. That feels good. Some yes or no's. Giving those legs a little bit of a break. Coming up, using that core. Let's bring those feet nice and close together. Let's give them a little bit of a shake out. Coming into a little bit of balance work now. Okay. So again, hands can here be heart center or on our on our hips. So we're going to start with that left side. So thinking again about the mountain pose we were in before, but this side, this time really grounding and thinking about that left foot, grounding down. And then if you can, maybe just roll up to the toes of that right foot. And then can you lift up that knee? And, you know, normally, or we might use our hands to grab the knee, but can you do this using that core? Keep breathing here. And then we're going to allow that knee to sort of come out, open, and maybe resting the sole of the foot on the on the inside of the calf here. You can also have the toes touching and that heel just resting just above the left ankle. So we're coming here into a tree pose. Just noticing too, you've got that pressure pushing in from the right foot. I'm going to be thinking about that nice, strong core too. Keep breathing here. It's really common in balance poses to hold our breath. Won't help. All right, let's shake it out. Whew, whatever happened, time for the second side. So right foot grounding down, nice and strong. And then curling up to our, rolling up just so that we're on our left toes. And then as you're engaging that core, thinking about lifting that knee up. And this could be just a little bit. Have a bit of a play there. And then opening out that knee and placing the sole of the left foot on the inside of that right leg. And trying to bring your focus onto something in the room that's not moving. Still breathing here. And if you're shaking, that's good. And then let's let it go. Whew. Maybe wiggle out those hips a little bit. And we're going to make our way down to the ground. So just in a way, again, that's comfortable, transitioning over onto our bottoms. So a modified boat here. Now, if you would normally be having those hands behind the knees, we're not going to be, again, we're not using the arms today as much as possible. So maybe you're just keeping the feet here on the ground. And again, nice straight line, and then just leaning back, feeling that core turn on. If you are looking for a little bit more, maybe start to lift up those feet, or you can also take it in turns just to have one foot balancing. Nice deep breaths here. Hello, core. And let's just come forward. Take a few nice deep breaths. We're just going to do that a couple more times. That means 2. Okay. When you're ready. So again, you have that modification, thinking about that nice straight spine, open chest. Hands can be here, heart center as well. And then leaning back into that boat pose. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breaths here. Great work. Last time. Let's go. You can do it. All right. Again, thinking about that, preparing, engaging that core, nice straight back. Chest is open. Keep breathing. It's good if you're shaking. And Fantastic. Let's make our way all the way down, lying on our backs. Oh, well done. Well done. So hands can be maybe just like bent or in a comfortable position for you and your arms. And we are just going to come and let those legs fall over to the left side. Reclined spinal twist here. Coming back to center. Over to the other side. And let's bring those feet flat on the mat. Maybe allowing those knees just to fall in for a moment. Resting the hands on the belly. And if you want to transition here to our Shavasana, allowing those legs to straighten out. Hands can be resting next to the body or they can remain on the body. Closing the eyes, allowing a few moments of stillness. Maybe noticing how you feel now compared to the start of the class. Start of the class we were standing, maybe in a similar position to this, except we were upright, but just noticing how that might feel different. Allowing the body to rest, letting go of any tension. And don't need to be holding ourselves upright. You let the ground support you here. And then maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Rolling over to one side. Might be hard to also get up without using your arms. See if you can. Bit of an extra challenge there. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed the practice, please let me know in the comments and have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time.